Hi there, this is Daniel Newbury from Flying Colours Driving School, here for your second manoeuvres tutorial. So we're on to the parallel park now, or reverse park. On the driving test, having been asked by the examiner to pull over in a safe and convenient place, they'll draw your attention to the car in front, and they'll say something along the lines of, the car in front is the one I'd like you to reverse park around. Pull up alongside, and then reverse back into a parking space, leaving your car close to the curb, with the road wheels straight and within 2 car lengths of the car you're parking around. The reason that you have to keep within 2 car lengths is simply because on the driving test it's very unlikely that they'll ask you to park in a gap between 2 cars. So you've got to keep it within 2 car lengths to show you're able to park within limited space. Of course it would be preferable to use your natural judgment alone on this manoeuvre, but because on the driving test you're only given the 1 chance, there are a number of techniques used by instructors depending on the individual dimensions of their car that can help to ensure that your 1 chance is as accurate as it possibly can be. These techniques, so long as you've got good coordination with the pedals to ensure you're moving the car slowly and accurately, are so systematic that it's almost difficult to go wrong so long as you can remember the process. So what I'm going to do now is demonstrate just one of these techniques, and I'm going to talk you through it as I go. We're going to pull up alongside the car in front, about a car door's width away and slightly further forwards. So the first thing we've got to do is go through POM, which is an acronym to help you remember the order of preparation for moving off, which stands for prepare, which means getting into gear so you're ready, so you get the clutch down and get to first. Then you observe, ideally 360 degrees, so you have a good look all around to make sure it's clear. There's no one to benefit from a signal, so you don't have to. Then you just perform the first part of the manoeuvre, which is pulling up alongside. So we're just going to check our blind spot once more, and it's all clear, so then we just gently drive up alongside the car in front, car doors width away, and as you're pulling up, remember to be checking your mirrors in case there's anyone that would benefit from a signal, whether they're in front of you or behind. Okay, so then you do SPOM, so secure the car, you prepare it in reverse, and you have one good look all around 360 degrees just to make sure it's all clear, and you start reversing back, looking mainly over your left shoulder, out the back window, and just sort of glancing forwards for traffic, etc. And what you're looking for next is when the back end of your car is bumper to bumper with the car that you're parking around. And the way you can tell that for sure is when the rear end of the car you're parking around appears in the corner of your rear side window. At that point you pause, because one of the most important things is now, before turning into the space, you need to have another good look all around, because when you turn to the left, the front of the car is going to swing out into the road. So it's important to pause and have another good look beforehand. Okay, so then what we're going to do is turn 1 whole revolution of the steering wheel around to the left. That ensures that you come into the space at about the right sort of angle and you're not coming in too sharp or too shallow. Okay, so 1 revolution to the left, like that. And you keep on reversing backwards, looking mainly to the left, but glancing forwards and all around. So, as you're coming into your space, glancing around for traffic, but at the same time, keeping an eye out your offside rear side window, because there are a number of coloured dots, one of which will be assigned to you based on a number of variables such as your height in the seats and how far forwards you sit. Mine happens to be the red one, and what you do is you just simply reverse back until your red dot is in line with the curb. Once it is, you gently come to a stop, and then what we're going to do is turn to full right lock, virtually on the spot without moving. Now, you've probably heard of dry steering, which isn't actually frowned upon that badly on the driving test anymore. Dry steering essentially means that you've got your foot firmly on the brake or the handbrake on, and you're putting excessive strain on the steering rack and pinion, and excessive wear on the tyres, because you're not allowing the car to move as you steer. So it's best to relieve the pressure slightly off the brake and then just turn as quickly as you can. You do also have to be careful of the camber of the road, because as you turn to the right, to full right lock, your wheels will be facing down the camber and you could pick up speed. So if that's the case, you just have to stay gently on the brake and do it on the spot. So then you're still looking mainly over your left shoulder, glancing all around, but now more importantly to the car in front to make sure you're not getting too close to the back corner of the car. You keep reversing back until you believe it to be straight, and then it's just 1.5 turns back to the left to straighten your wheels up from full right lock. And you just reverse back a little more so you've got space to get out, and that's it. Handbrake on, into neutral, job done.